Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about a full face soft glam look using a light brown eyeshadow with a black smoky eyeliner. I know it's been a minute since I posted a tutorial, but I needed a little break to focus on some personal things, which I will be sharing more about later in the video. For those who are looking forward to my content, I truly appreciate your patience and support. If you are new here, I post makeup tutorials every week and I love to chat about life along the way. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any new videos. And as always, all the products I've used will be listed in the description area below. If you would like to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. For my brows today, I will be using Morphe's brow pencil in the shade Java to shape and define my eyebrows. I love starting with well-groomed eyebrows because they really frame the face. Now I'm going to set my eyebrows in place with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel so they'll stay in place all day. Now I'm going to use a clean Q-tip to wipe off the edges. Next I'm applying my MAC Lay Low Paint Pot, which is my favorite eyeshadow base. It helps the colors pop and stay in place all day long. I'm also using my shadow shields to catch any fallout, and these are perfect for keeping my under eye area clean while I work on the eyeshadow. Now I'm applying a dark brown shade to the outer lid and crease to add some definition. I'm using my Adept Cosmetics Magnetic Palette from Amazon. I recently spent some time rearranging the eyeshadows after decluttering a few eyeshadows that I wasn't using. Now next I'm using the e.l.f. Brow and Liner Cream in light brown with my finger for a more soft and blended look. It gives the right amount of warmth and depth to the eyelids as a base for the eyeshadow I'm using on top of it. Now I'm using a light tan skin tone eyeshadow to blend out the top of the crease. This helps soften the edges and gives the look a seamless, polished finish. Next I'm applying a light beige shade to the brow bone area. This helps further soften the crease and brightens the eye area for a more lifted, polished look. Now I'm blending everything together with the same blending brush with no extra product needed. Now I'm layering a shimmery grayish brown shade from the same eyeshadow palette. It adds a subtle sheen and dimension to the eyes while keeping the look soft and wearable. Using the same crease brush, I'm softly fusing the lid and crease colors together for a more seamless, blended look. So again, I'm blending everything out with the same blending brush. Now I'm applying a shimmery light gold shade to the lid to brighten up the eyes and add a subtle pop of shimmer. Now I'm using the Inglot gel eyeliner in 77 on my top lash line. I'm keeping it simple and just drawing a straight line to define the eyes. Now next I'm taking a black eyeshadow to softly smudge out the eyeliner to give the eyes a more smokier, blended effect. If you are enjoying this look so far, don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps me know what you want to see next. Now once again, I'm using the same blending brush to soften up the edges. Next, I'm applying the Essence Lash Princess Waterproof Mascara to my top lashes to add volume and help them blend seamlessly. Now I'm applying the Kiss Lash Couture Black Eyelash Glue, and I'm letting it get tacky for a few seconds before placing the eyelashes on. Now I'm placing the real Candi eyelashes in the style Nandi. I actually found these eyelashes at my local flea market, which are hidden gems. They're perfect for adding drama without feeling heavy. Now I'm using that same Inglot gel eyeliner in 77 to apply to my lower lash line for added definition and balance. To soften the eyeliner, I'm using the same brown eyeshadow that I used in my crease. I love how the lashes really complement the eyeliner and eyeshadow combo. Now I'm going to use the same blending brush to blend out the edges one more time. I'm applying some mascara on my lower lash line. Now that the eyes are done, I'm applying Urban Decay's All Nighter Face Primer all over my face. This helps create a smooth canvas and helps keep my makeup in place all day long. I love the way this primer makes my foundation look smooth and long-lasting. While I apply my Clinique Acne Solutions foundation in ginger, I wanted to touch base on my long break from YouTube. I took some time to go through my makeup collection and really evaluate how I want to start my debt-free journey. This pause gave me clarity and helped me plan my next steps, both in life and on my channel. I also wanted to show you guys how I repurposed some of the makeup that I kept. Next, I'm using my MAC Full Coverage Foundation palette to highlight and conceal my face. I originally got this palette for clients, but it sat unused for a while. I decided to repurpose it for content since it works perfectly as a multi-purpose product for my own face. A little goes a long way. I tend to be heavy-handed with certain products, so I like to apply them carefully. This is one of my favorite steps because it helps my skin have that nice glow. Now I'm using e.l.f. concealer in the shade Rich Ebony to contour and add dimension to my face. During my makeup declutter, I replaced a few products as needed, gave some away, and repurposed the rest. It feels great to work with what I already have. Now I'm blending out the contour with a flat e.l.f. contour brush. This helps create a seamless, natural looking shadow and helps define the face without harsh lines. I love the way that this step makes my face look so much more defined, but look natural at the very same time. I like to take a little bit of the product at a time and spread it out. I'm using the same foundation brush with no extra product to blend out the contour and highlight, letting them blend together naturally for a seamless finish. While I'm doing this, I've been reflecting on my debt-free journey. The first thing I did was make a detailed list of all of my debts, including the amounts, interest rates, and due dates. From there, I started prioritizing which debts to tackle first, thinking through a realistic plan to pay them down. Taking these steps not only gives me clarity, but a sense of control and motivation. Next, I'm setting my concealer with Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in medium, which I had in my freelance kit also. While I'm doing this, I wanted to share why I decided to start my debt-free journey now. After looking at my finances and priorities more closely, I knew it was time to take control and work towards financial freedom. To add definition and warmth to my face, I'm using the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer in the shade Deep. I'm also applying it to the hollow points of my nose for subtle contouring. Oops, I added a bit too much bronzer on my nose at the end, but I'll fix that. Now I'm using the same concealer brush to clean up the edges of my nose contour. Another reason I decided to start my debt-free journey now is that I want my money to work for me, not the other way around. I want to have control over where my money goes and be in a position to help others along the way. Now I'm using my foundation brush again with no extra product to blend out the bronzer for a more softer finish. For my debt-free plan, I'm using the snowball method, which means I focus on paying off the lowest balance first. Once that's gone, I roll that payment into the next smallest debt, and so on. So it's a great way to build momentum. For my cheeks, I'm using my homemade blush made from repurposed eyeshadows I saved during my declutter. For my debt-free journey, I'm tracking every single expense. It's very eye-opening to see exactly where my money is going, and it helps me to spot places to cut back. I didn't need to replace a lot of my makeup, as I can use them for other things. For a touch more glow to my skin, I'm using my homemade highlighter, which is also made from decluttered eyeshadows. In my debt-free plan, I'm making extra payments whenever possible, even small ones, to speed up the process. To finish off my complexion, I'm using MAC Studio Fix Powder in the shade NW45 to blend everything together seamlessly. For anyone on a debt-free journey, another tip is to track every single expense, no matter how small or big. It's eye-opening to see where your money actually goes, and it helps you to find extra funds to put towards your debt. To lock everything into place, I'm using my all-nighter setting spray by Decay. I'm using matte Costa Riche eyeliner as my lip liner. Yes, it's an actual eyeliner. This journey has taught me to be accountable and more selective on what I buy. I still have a love and passion for makeup, but I don't need a ton of products to create many beautiful looks. For my lipstick, I'm applying matte Yash, which is one of my favorite nude lipstick shades. Whether the products I use are trending or not, if I find something that works for me, I'll stick with it, unless it's no longer being sold. I invest in these products with my own money, so I will enjoy every drop of them. To top it off, I'm using the Lip Bar Lip Gloss in Goddess for a glossy sheen. If you're on a debt-free journey or any journey, never give up when it's hard or it feels like it takes forever. Well, the look is all complete. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for all my newest videos. Until next time, take care and stay blessed, y'all.